Well, all right, welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Berlino here, and well, it's time for another track versus track video. I mean, come on, it's been almost 3 weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks since the last track versus track. You guys are probably starving for one, right? Well, I decided this time I was going to do a couple of Beach Boys albums. Yeah, I'm going to do the classic 1968 Friends album up against the classic 1969 album 2020. Yeah, and yeah, so those two albums are back-to-back great albums that really weren't considered great or classic in their day. I mean, the Beach Boys were past their prime, and nobody really cared about those records when they came out. But now, everybody knows, everybody's aware of how great those records are. I mean, these are two... yeah, I think this is a pretty good matchup because I feel like these two albums kind of go well together. You know, I don't remember if it was the 90s or the 2000s when there was a pairing. They did CD reissues of the whole catalog, and they did them as twofers, paired up albums. And 2020 and Friends were paired up on a CD. It's just like one. It all works together as one album, really. Especially since Friends is so short. I mean, it could use all those extra tracks, all the 2020 tracks, and they had bonus tracks to boot. You know, and then the next one was like Sunflower and Surf's Up. Those are great CDs. And yeah. So anyway, why don't we get started here? So let me get my tally sheet going. We got Friends, Voices 2020. Okay, so let's do this. I have my lists here, and okay, let's go. So track number 1 on Friends is Meant for You. And that goes up against on track number 1 on 2020, which is Do It Again. Now, Do It Again was a single that came out in 68, and then, you know, when 2020 came out, they included it on this album. It's the opening track, and it's a great single. You know, I'm a little... No, this isn't really all that hard. I'm gonna, Meant for You it's just like a really short, almost kind of intro kind of track. It isn't really that substantial of a track. I'm gonna have to give that one to to Do It Again. 2020 gets one. It's just more. Excuse me. It's just more of a song. Stewart's Root Beer. It's tasty. Alright, so track 2 on Friends is the title track, Friends. And that goes up against track 2 on 2020, which is I Can Hear Music. Well, I Can Hear Music is another great single from 2020, but I'm going to go with Friends. I used to not really like I Can Hear Music that much. I like it now. I definitely like that track now, but yeah, Friends. Okay, so track number 3 on Friends is Wake the World. Man, that's a great one. Up against track number 3 on 2020, which is Bluebirds Over the Mountain. That one's pretty easy. Friends gets that one. Okay, looks like this is going to be a pretty good battle here. Okay, so track number 4 on Friends is Be Here in the Morning. And Be Here in the Morning is going to go up against track number 4 on 2020, which is Be With Me. Man, that is easy as pie. Be With Me, man. That great, just like epic, dramatic Dennis Wilson track, Be With Me. One of the best tracks on 2020, easily. One of the best tracks between either of these albums. Wins very easily. So track number 5 is When a Man Needs a Woman. And that goes up against track number 5 on 2020, which is All I Want to Do. Now, there are 2 All I Want to Do's in the Beach Boys catalog. There's this song on 2020, and then their very next album, Sunflower, has a song called All I Want to Do. Now, the All I Want to Do on 2020, I don't like. I think it's a super lame song. All I Want to Do on Sunflower, whoo! one of my very favorite Beach Boys tracks. But as a result, track number 5 on Friends, When a Man Needs a Woman, Friends gets that, runs away with it. Okay, so track number 6 on Friends is an instrumental track, a great instrumental track called Passing By. Well, it has vocals, but it has like wordless vocals. Oh, you know, and that goes up against track number 6 on 2020, which is The Nearest Faraway Place, which is also an instrumental track. These are side closers. Both of these albums have instrumental side closers. So Passing By against Nearest Faraway Place, and I'm gonna go with Friends. I'm gonna go with Passing By. Yeah, Nearest Faraway Place is pretty much just as good. I mean, it sounds like Nearest Faraway Place sounds like it's a soundtrack from a movie soundtrack from the time, like a 1969 movie soundtrack. Passing By is just a really great melody. There's actually a vocal, there's like a lyric for that. I don't know why they didn't release it with a vocal, because there's a lyric written for it, but it's also great as an instrumental. Track number 7, which is side 2 on Friends, is Annalie the Healer. Take 2. Annalie the Healer. And that's going to go up against number 7 on 2020, which is Cotton Fields. Yeah, you know, boy, is that easy. Friends gets that one. Annalie the Healer over Cotton Fields any day, because Cotton Fields is the other song in 2020 that I don't like. Yeah, there are only 2 tracks on 2020 that I don't like, and all I want to do in Cotton Fields are them. I don't think there's anything on Friends I don't like. Well, Transcendental Meditation is a little rough. But, yeah, anyway, so Friends, I guess technically I don't know, it's hard to say which one's the better one. I really love both these albums so much. But let's move forward here. Let's move forward to track number 8, which is Little Bird. Man, Little Bird. Ooh, that's going to go up against on 2020. You guys, it's really late. It's like, the time is, it's like, it's 2 in the morning, and I'm like, my body's going, isn't it time for bed? I usually don't go, I go to bed very late. I'm a night owl, but I'm also usually not at 2 o'clock doing this. And so I'm kind of like, I'm a little punchy. I feel a little drunk, and all I'm drunk on is Stewart's root beer. Anyway, so what are we doing here? We're doing number 8, which is Little Bird up against I Went to Sleep. Man, that is a slam dunk. I love Little Bird. It is so good. But dude, I Went to Sleep? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, 2020 gets that one by a mile. I Went to Sleep is just like, if you don't know that track, that it's just it's weird, creepy. It's childlike and creepy, and it's just Brian at kind of his weirdest yet most beautiful. It's a beautiful track. It's a beautiful, weird, creepy track. Okay, so now let's go to track number 9 on Friends, which is Be Still. And she's going up against track number 9 on 2020, Time to Get Alone. That's a little tougher. Be still and know you are. Time to get alone. Don't mind me while I sing this out. Gotta sing it out. I'm giving it to 2020. Time to Get Alone gets that. Yeah. Be Still is really great. Both these songs are great, but yeah, Time to Get Alone. Okay, so let's go to track number 10 now. Track number 10 from Friends is Busy Doing Nothing. Oh, man. That's going to be a hard one to beat. Against, on 2020, track 10, Never Learn Not to Love. Man, these are some serious tracks here. Okay, now, Busy Doing Nothing is just another weird Brian Wilson track. In this track, in the lyrics, he gives you directions to his house in Laurel Canyon. He tells you in the lyric how to go to his house. You know, only problem is you have to know where you're starting from. If you know where you're starting from, he tells you how to get to his house. That's all I'm saying. Great. God, that's such a good track. Never Learn Not to Love, written by Charles Manson. That is the track. That track kind of has a little to do with the Manson murders. I mean, Dennis Wilson stole this song from Charles Manson, and Manson was pissed. And I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I think that kind of figured a bit into like the mayhem and Manson kind of going off the deep end, because Manson really actually wanted to be a musician, and he thought when he hooked up with Dennis Wilson that he was going to, like, that was his link and that he was going to become a rock star. Well, all that really happened is that Dennis stole one of his songs, put it on the Beach Boys album, and didn't give Manson any writing credits, so Manson was a little pissed. Yeah. But you know what? All that shit aside, what am I going to choose? I'm going to choose Busy Doing Nothing. Busy Doing Nothing from Friends. That is so one of my very favorites from either of these albums. Okay, so track number 11 on Friends is Diamond Head. Diamond Head. Now, that's going to go up against track number 11 on 2020, which is Our Prayer. Now, Our Prayer is a Smile track. You know, because as everybody knows, Smile was shelved in 67 and it didn't come out, and they had this whole album worth of unreleased tracks and all these sessions and all these pieces of songs. And when they got to this point where they were doing Friends in 2020 and maybe Sunflower too, basically they were kind of really strapped for songs because Brian wasn't really coming through with that much. So, you know, Carl would write stuff and Mike would write, Dennis was writing a lot of stuff, but they still had a lot of space that they needed to fill on the album. So they started mining the Smile sessions. And so we have Our Prayer, which is really the opening of Smile, and they have it here on 2020. And like I said, that goes up against Diamond Head. Yeah, I'm going to give that to 2020. Our Prayer. Smile. I mean, come on. Okay, so now the last track. The last track on Friends is Transcendental Meditation. Probably the dorkiest track on Friends, and but what are you gonna do? And that goes up against track number 12 on 2020, which is Cabanescence, and that is another Smile track that they brought into this album to kind of fill up the space. Great track. I don't know how well the two Smile tracks fit the 2020 album, but at the time, I mean, that was how you got these songs. That was the only way you knew these songs. Nobody had Smile, and yeah. So Cabanescence against Transcendental Meditation, that is a no-brainer. You fucking kidding me? 2020 gets that. Cabanescence all the way. So, this was actually a bit of a fight. So Friends got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit. 2020. Told you guys I'm tired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a tie. Friends in 2020 tied. And you know what? I'm kind of not surprised, because really, in my heart, they're tied. I can't really choose between these two. I almost want to say I love Friends more. It does have more of a cohesive vibe and sound, and it's more of a flow. But my God, the highs on 2020 are so high. And some of them are indeed quite high, if you know what I'm saying. But there you go. Okay, all right. So there you go. The first tie I've ever had in any of my track versus track videos. I don't know what to do about this. Maybe it's quite a moment. It's quite a moment in the channel's history. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling and I'm going to finish this video because I probably need to go to bed. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and thank you for people who have subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell, because you're going to want the notifications. And, comment, like the videos, and, share them if you like. Share. And I forgot, shout out to Dr. Fuck, the originator of the track versus track idea. I salute him. there you go. That's about that. Have another video next week. I may even have another video this week because I'm thinking about, I want to try to do maybe some reviews. So I might be doing some shorter videos that I kind of throw out there randomly that are reviews of albums that are new albums that are coming out. But we'll see. We'll see about that. All right. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.